Desire and belief is the framework by which you are offering vibration. So when life causes you to focus, even if you don't put it into words, when life causes you to focus, there's a vibration that is emitting from you that is your point of attraction. You're emitting this vibration, but you've got such an ability to notice what is, that even though you've launched this rocket of desire, and even though the larger part of you, the non-physical part of you, the source soul part of you, is holding that vibration of what you desire in a really strong focus, you have these habits of thoughts about it also. So when the I want it is the more dominant part of your vibration, things that match what you want begin to actualize in your experience. You begin to realize them more. If the but it's not working, but I don't have it, but I don't know anybody that it's working for, if those acknowledgments, and you say, but they're true, if those acknowledgments are dominant, if you're giving those more airtime, then your point of attraction is dramatically affected by that. You getting this? You get what you think about. And what is confusing to so many of you is that you think about what you want and then you think about it not being there. And then you think about what you want and then you worry about it not being there. Or you worry that it will go away. Or you wonder where you're going to go with it next. We want you to find a way of practicing your vibration, practicing your thought into alignment with what you really want. And that's why desire, what you really want, and belief matter so much. Because desire is what you really want, even though it's sort of fleeting in your vibration sometimes. And belief is the practiced vibration. That's just the vibration that you've been practicing. It doesn't mean that it's true, although often the reason that you support your beliefs is by saying that it's true. You've been trained to be objective. But if we can just convince you, and we're going to give it everything that Esther's got, if we can just convince you that it's all about vibration, it's all about thought, it's all about focus, and your now moment can be different than the now moments that you've been practicing before they were now moments. And if you can accept that this now moment, that you can think differently and therefore feel differently, and because you're thinking differently and feeling differently, your point of attraction is different. That if you can maintain that different vibration just for a little while, the momentum of the new thought will become a new belief that harmonizes with the desire. And when that happens, when what you want and what you believe about it are in the same place, then that is your point of attraction. Whatever you got going on thought-wise is what's manifesting in your experience. There's just no way around that. The nice thing about manifestations, you know what a manifestation is. A manifestation is just your realization of something. It could be something that you can actually see or hear or smell or taste or touch. We want to say that emotions are manifestations too, because it's a realization of a vibrational state of being. So if we can get you to care for a while, won't take long before you really get the hang of this. If we can convince you to care about your emotional manifestations first, last, and only for a little while. In other words, you care about how you feel more than anything else. Then we have a chance of convincing you about focusing your thoughts in ways that beliefs will begin to harmonize with desires. And when that takes place, your point of attraction is so solid, so non-contested, so not resisted, that you stand in a point of attraction with the universe surrounding you, yielding to you constantly as it always is. But the new factor is you're letting in what's being yielded to you. When you ask, it is always given. The answers are there. The solutions are there. The path is there. It's lighted up for you all day, every day. But if you are all balled up in beliefs that prevent you from following the path or from knowing that it is, then it's temporarily on hold for you. Now, your life's never really on hold, is it? It's happening all around you. And it's happening in response to your vibrational output. So have we convinced you so far? Have you been listening to us long enough? Do you accept that you are a vibrational being living in a vibrational universe? And that law of attraction is managing the vibration, and that you have a point of attraction worth understanding and worth projecting deliberately. Well, if you've come that far, then everything is going to be easy for you. There's just one more piece that is essential that we want you to be able to emphatically say yes to. Do you care about how you feel? Because that's the piece right there. That's the piece that matters the most. Because if you care about how you feel, then you're willing, if something comes up and when you think about it, it just tears you up, don't think about it. But then you say, Abraham, you crazy ghost. I cannot think about that because it's big. It matters to me. It's big. It's big. Don't ask me to not think about something that I care so much about that is so big. And we say, we know, we get that. So find a way to think about it that doesn't hurt you. Find a way to think about it that you can live with. Find a way to think about it that feels better. Try to find relief about that. Now, what? Well, you can do it by getting more general. Because when you think about, oh, what am I going to do about this? How can I fix this? Oh, this is out of my control. I don't know what to do. As you flail around in those kinds of thoughts, you just hold yourself in vibrational discord to the very desire that the situation has given birth to within you. When you think about how it happened, what caused it, you get all balled up in that. And you can spend endless hours and days, weeks, months, years. You can spend lifetimes focused upon details that just get you all vibrationally out of whack. And yet you're detailed oriented. We know you are. You like to be. We want you to be. We just don't want you to get into the details of the things you don't want, just the details of the things that you do want. Now, we know that scrambles your brain a little bit, but here's what we really are saying to you. There is momentum in everything because law of attraction sees to it. So when you think a thought and you stay focused on that thought, momentum grows on that thought. That thought becomes faster and therefore more detailed. So the more you focus upon something, the more detail it begins to generate within you. So if a problem has manifested for you or someone you care about, and you're focused upon the what is of that problem, as you're focused upon the what is of that problem, there's enough momentum in that thought that it's difficult. We would even say not likely. We would even say not probable. We would even say not possible. When a thought has a lot of momentum and you care about it, it's not possible for you to take your attention away from it. So Abraham, what are you saying? You just said, think about what we want, not about what we don't want. Now you've just said, sometimes what you don't want is so big that you can't not think about it. How are you going to get out of this one, Abraham? Because you have the ability to think about it in softer terms. You have the ability to think about it in terms of energy. You have the ability to think about it in terms of vibration rather than in terms of detail. But you got to give yourself an opportunity to break the momentum, which means you got to take a nap. When you sleep, momentum stops. You could pick it up right where you left off, and often do, usually do, most always do, but you don't need to. You could wake up because for a moment the momentum stopped and you could choose a better feeling thought if you thought about choosing a better feeling thought and if you care about feeling good. You see what we're getting at? When you meditate, when you quiet your mind, you stop the momentum of thought. You have a better opportunity to get it off in the direction of what you mean to, you see. So here's the way it works for you in terms of emotion. This is how your guidance system works. So let's say you're thinking about something that you want, and as you think about something that you want, it's general. I want that because I want to feel good. But as you think about it longer, more and more details begin to flow into your mind. And so stay with us conceptually here just for a moment. As you think a thought, law of attraction will yield another thought like it to it. 17 seconds is all that takes for that thought to generate more momentum. Another 17 seconds, more momentum. So as you're thinking about what you want, not weighing the pros and the cons, not thinking about what you want and noticing that you don't have it, just softly, like you did when you were little, pondering what you want, thinking about what you want, the momentum of that wanted thought will become more and more and more. And that is a really nice thing for you to do for yourself, because as that thought gains momentum and it has no resistance in it, the thought feels good. And you would say, I'm excited about this. You would say, I'm so happy about this. You would say, I feel exhilaration about this. I'm passionate about that. You say that about things, don't you? Well, that's why. Because you've got faster momentum going. Now, if the momentum isn't going fast, you might say things like, I feel satisfaction in this, or, oh, I'm feeling easy about this. No resistance, but there's also not very much momentum. So, as you are understanding that you are offering vibration, and as you are offering vibration, offering thought, that momentum is always underway, because law of attraction is always underway while you're focused like that. So now, let's introduce the other aspect to it that often happens for you. You're offering the vibration of desire, but you're also worrying about it happening. And as you worry about it happening, that part of your thought is gaining momentum too. Having a little sound dropping in and out is all well over there. You think it's this microphone? Do you think it's this microphone? That might be a good idea, because there's no point in wasting words on ears alone. So as you are offering a vibration of what is wanted, and law of attraction is causing it to pick up momentum, you have all of those good feeling emotions from that non-contested, non-resistant vibrational frequency. So now, let's say you are introducing some thoughts to the contrary. You're focused upon it not happening, or you're worrying about it not happening, or you're wondering about why it isn't happening. Those thoughts, also because of law of attraction, are gaining momentum too. So here's what happens. When you are thinking a thought that is non-resisted, and law of attraction causes more and 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 more momentum, the emotion within you feels better and better and better and better and better and better and better. But if you are, like most people are, weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, thinking about what you want and wondering about it and thinking about what you want, now law of attraction is responding to both vibrations that you consistently have active within you. And as law of attraction is responding to both of them, what happens is a sort of wobble in your vibration becomes more and more prominent. Until the more you think about what you want and the more you notice it isn't coming, the more you want it, the greater risk in not having it. Sometimes you can get a really big wobble going on, and that's what those stronger negative emotions are about. Sometimes people say, well, maybe I should just not want something. And we say, that's not possible, because your life has caused you to launch the rocket, and the source within you is on it. In other words, you cannot stop your wobble by stopping your desire, because your desire won't stop. And you know why? Because the source within you is focused upon it in such a powerful way. Does that make sense to you? When you want something, you have a trajectory that was in place within you before you even came into this physical body. This trajectory of well-being, of worthiness, of high-mindedness, of powerful creation. Did we say worthiness, 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 well-beingness? This is the trajectory that you had going on. So when something in your life experience causes you to contradict that, you start a wobble. And that wobble never feels good. It never felt good. It will never feel good. You have no choice, if you want to stop the wobble, other than practicing the thoughts that are in harmony with who you really are. In other words, you can't be angry at someone and not wobble. You could if Source would be angry with them too. But that's not ever going to happen. So if you want the wobble to stop, you can't be disappointed in yourself and stop the wobble. Because the very feeling of disappointment is the feeling of the wobble. It's the feeling of the contradictory energy within your point of attraction. Hey, you signed up for this lifetime, but more specifically for this gathering where we are telling you the basis of who you are. You think you're flesh, blood, and bone, and you are, and you're beautiful. But that is such a minuscule part, because in every cell of that which you are is vibration, which is influenced, affected by the thoughts that you think.